Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is the weekly update for the external server. This is for the week number 11. So this episode will be quite different than the usual ones. This will not be a weekly update per se, because there's not really anything that happened between last episode, which I recorded earlier because I had to re-record, and this one. This one will be more of like an an overview of the last 3 months of the server since the start. We are not yet at the point where we well, it's not yet 3 months since the beginning of the server, but it's almost there. So we'll treat it as that, and maybe every 3 months we can have these kinds of episodes with overviews and my thoughts on the server and so on. So this will be kind of a talking video, so feel free to enjoy your own music, place this on your second screen, because I'll just be moving around and talking basically, which I'm not very good at doing at the same time, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. So yeah, I have three main topics for this video, and yeah, again, this is actually the second time I'm recording this, so I hope I don't forget anything. But yeah, the first topic I want to talk about with you guys is the basically what we've done while preparing for this server versus what we usually do when we start a new server. Also about the current state of the server. And finally, I'll talk a little bit about the plans for my base over there, which I think I've done plenty of times already, but this video was actually going to come out like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm a bit late on that, but I'll update that part as best as I can. So yeah, let's start, I guess. So the main thing I want to talk about regarding the preparations for the server. I mean, I don't really have that much to talk about this, really. Um, for the new players that joined this map and are not really on our server before, don't know, but while we're preparing for this server, I'd say the main change that we had was that we announced the server much earlier than we usually do, and this is because usually I like to have at least a minimum number of players before I start a new server, so that the server doesn't get empty on the first days, right? Just to ensure we have a minimum player base for it to make sense to start the server. So I usually do that, and just after I announce that yes, we are going to start a new server, that's the point where I start doing the mod pack and preparing the server and so on. This time, no. This was already planned. This server was kind of planned because I wanted to replay Great Tech New Horizons, the mod pack. So I just decided to take this opportunity to also do a server. Since the last time I played on single player, I thought that this time would be a good idea to try and do it on multiplayer. I already knew that most of the players that we had previously were not going to join this because most of them don't really like Great Tech, which is fine. What really kind of bothers me about it is that most of them say that they don't like it without even trying it, and that annoys me a little bit. But yeah, I think I'll talk a little bit more about our community in the Discord before this new server started. A bit later on, since I can go on a rant about that for quite a bit. So we'll skip that for now. But yeah, so with that in mind, me wanting to replay Great Tech New Horizons, I just create this server. If we didn't have any players, that would be fine. I was already expecting that outcome in the first place, so for me that would be fine. However, well, that's basically in a nutshell what ended up happening, right? It wasn't really exactly like that, but kind of. So yeah. Uh, Also before, yeah, like how I said, I started doing the preparations for the server much later, and then most of the time there would be, well, the modpack wouldn't really be like up to our standards, I guess, because well, I had to hurry up to finish it at in time, right? So yeah, I also didn't really like the last maps that we've done. I guess I can talk about that a little bit later into the video, but the story is also available. Story of our server is also available on our website, which is actually brings me to the next point, which is the website. The website is actually new. Uh, I've always tried to get a website going because I think it's important to have a website for our players and our future players. So I got working on that. I took a little bit of practice I got from work, and yeah, used that to build the new website. Which, all in all, I think it's well done. I think it's a well done site at least. Well, um, not the visual parts, I guess, but or the working parts. I was talking mainly about the decoding behind. Um, but yeah, in that sense, I think it's a good website. I think it does what it needs to do. It has basically 3 or 4 main functions, which are the story, of course, as I said, the whitelist application, which it's basically the same with what we have before. You can join by using your email or using Discord. If you join using Discord, you have to be on our server, but the application tells you everything you need, and this is actually pretty useful for us as well because it's not just that. Well, we have the form in our website. That's cool and all, but it's much easier for us to accept and deny application requests that way because our bot publishes the new whitelist applications into a channel in our Discord. So yeah, we can accept and reject the applications directly from there. But yeah, this is just a little side note, I guess. It's not really important for the sake of this video, so I'll just move on. And yeah, besides those 2 features, it also has a little about page, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. In the future, I mean, it's not really in the future, but it was actually planned for the start to have some kind of information page with useful links, but I guess not that never got done. So yeah. Oh, and of course for the launcher, it also has some cool what do we call it the news or the announcements. They show up in the launcher, which is pretty useful because that way we don't need You don't need to be in our Discord. I mean, it is really important to be in the Discord, but you don't really need to be to play, which is nice. Because before, the main reason we have for our players to be in the Discord is because of the announcements. But since that is now working and done, that's not really a requirement anymore. But yeah, moving on. That brings me to my next point, which was the launcher, of course. That was also one of the points I have to mention that we had to improve for this server. I don't think I mentioned, but I'm now listing things that needed to be improved for the new server. I started with the website, which is actually new, but for the launcher, the story is a bit different. Of course, we already had the launcher before; it's not new, but it had to have two main features added that were not here before. One of those is, of course, the support for the well, globalization. I call it globalization, but it's not really the right term. But it's well, it's the ability to kind of the ability. It's not really the ability. That's not doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, basically, um, so that we can have multiple languages in the launcher. Currently, we just have Portuguese and English, of course. But but yeah, it is possible to add more, and that's good. That's good. Uh, so yeah, we had to do that, and of course translate the launcher as well, which was not really an easy task to do, especially since I don't really like doing that kind of stuff. That's not really my cup of tea. But yeah, that got working. And of course, the other main change we had to do in the launcher was related with um, the support for the Graphic Horizons modpack, because we are using the Java 17 version. So I needed to add support for that in our launcher, because before, for Minecraft 1.7, it was just supported with Java 8. So if we want to support Java 17 or higher, I needed to make some changes. And some people might ask, well, why do you not use a launcher like CurseForge or Prism or any other for the modpack? And well, I don't think my answer will really make much sense for you guys, but especially those who are quite against that. The main reasons are mainly to do with for us it's to configure the modpack. It's much easier for us to do. If we want to update the pack, I just have to like click two buttons and wait. Uh, of course, after actually updating the files and so on. So in that regard, it's pretty easy. Uh, when I started the server a long years ago, there was also no other launcher. There was only the very old FTB launcher, which at the time it was pretty good. So I guess our launcher, we could say, that's got inspired by that. Uh, but uh, but yeah, there was not really any kind, because modded Minecraft modded was not really that popular back in the day, and there weren't as many mods as they are now. So yeah, I had to do to create a launcher to allow we to have the mod packs for them to be downloaded and played, because most of the players that played in our server were not really tech savvy, right? And also, we were using a custom mod pack. Our server, well, it's kind of known to have custom mod packs, Great Tech New Horizons is of course not a custom modpack, but we have some changes to it, so we also use the launcher for that. Um, so yeah, mainly because it's easier for us. It can help, well, at least before launchers like CurseForge appeared. That was something that happened, and yeah, it's mainly for that. Um, but yeah, of course, there's also some cool features. You can create your own instances, but it allows us to track which players used auto launcher, because auto launcher is just for our server, right? So no outside player should have access to it. And yeah, those are basically the main reasons why we use the launcher. But yeah, I think we are ready to move on to our next topic. It's pretty late in this video, so I think we can move on. I think those were the main improvements that have to be done. Oh, and of course the trailer. The trailer was also a first time for us. I didn't really do any kind of trailers before. I thought it was important to try and hype the players up for this map, and I think that actually brings me into a good topic to talk about our Discord community, or the lack of thereof now, right? So yeah, basically, before the server started, I published a trailer, right? You guys might have seen it on YouTube a few weeks before. I think I published it on the Discord to try and gather some hype from the people who are on Discord, in our Discord server. But unfortunately, that never pans out, because the people who are on our Discord are the probably, well, yeah. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, here I'm talking about mainly the people who were on our Discord before the new server start. But yeah, most of the people in our Discord were and still are inactive. Very few players from there actually reacted. I think just one or two maximum. And if I try to do anything with the community, there's just no answer whatsoever. Last year I tried to do PvP event, but there were not a single answer. Uh, there were servers. I think this is one of the worst offenders yet, which actually happened like 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm not letting this pass. I tried to get a server. It was going pretty well. I created the modpack as the players suggested. What happened after 3 days? Basically, no players online. Me and the other admins tried to do some events to try and gather the players together, but again, no response. So it was a pretty sad experience overall. Didn't really enjoy it. And actually, the modpack, I don't think it was good. At least for me, it wasn't good. It was very boring. I was at that point where most of kitchen sink modpacks were really not for me. So I wasn't really happy about that decision. I just went with the flow. Was trying to do something for the players, and well, look at what happened. Right, no players after the first few days. It's not fun. It's not that fun. And basically after that, most of the community went silent, or at least some of the most active players went silent. So yeah, not really much I can do about that, I guess. But yeah, then that actually can lead into the state of our current server. not really going to show the activity list of the players, but I'm keeping track of it every week, so I know the players who play, I know the players who don't play. I mean, it can be seen in the leaderboards, right? But I'm also keeping track of it. We basically have just two players playing right now, which is me and a, another guy. But yeah, the server is mostly desert right now. No players playing, and yeah, that leaves me pretty sad because I was actually hoping this server to be a good one. And I mean, in respect to previous servers, this one was much better than our previous endeavors, right? So in that sense, it's going pretty well. Instead of being fully inactive after like 1 week, few days, it has been like 4 or 5 weeks before everyone went dark, right? Um, but yeah, and of course, then again, this leads me into the next topic, which is actually the server downgrade. So I'm currently hosting this in server provider, which actually has pretty good servers, but they are also expensive. So since there are no players active right now and the TPS should be pretty good still, yeah, it's pretty good still. I'm going to be downgrading this server to the free Oracle VM that I've got. So it will be the performance will be bad, will be worse, will be quite worse in fact. So so yeah, while there are no players active, I'll probably keep it this way, and I suspect this will probably end up till basically I start getting TPS lag because my base is too huge. Um, um, so yeah, at that point I'll probably just end up switching it back to that host since it's pretty good. I also did the same when I played in single player. So I was hosting it on my VM. It ended up getting overwhelmed when I tried to do some large crafts, and I ended up having to switch it to that host, and it was pretty good. It handled it pretty well. So so I'm confident in that. But yeah, it's it's just a bit annoying to basically be playing in a server alone because most of the players, what's the word, end up giving up. So yeah, I think those were most of the server updates. About the what our base. Well, there's one thing that I should mention before we go into that is that this will probably, I don't want to say probably, but this might be the last map I actually really play Minecraft on a server. Or at least I actually try to complete the challenge. I wasn't really going to go for this target initially, but I might change that, and I might actually try to go for this target this time. So yeah, if I end up doing that, that's another question. But if I see this as my really last challenge in playing Minecraft, I really wanted to do something special. So my plan here, as I wasn't really sure what to do with all of these planes, because I really wanted to utilize, well, I'm not going to say all, but most of the space here. So I was really not, well, not sure what to do about the base situation and what to build here especially. So what I decided was to build miniature versions of my old bases in this place. In the beginning, I thought about trying to do this with micro blocks in this tunnel here, but that's a bit too hard, and the micro blocks are not that they don't really work as mods as chiseling bits, which well allows you to place the macro box as you want. So I don't think that was going to work. So I just decided to use this space to build miniature versions of my bases. I already kind of started here, so we have here a caravan, or I don't really know how to call it in English. I don't think caravan is the correct word. I don't think it is. You can call it an RV, the RV. But yeah, and in this side, this actually looks like an Among Us. It's pretty sus, but this wasn't really my goal with this. But it is too small, so it ended up looking like an Among Us. Anyway, yeah, this is not really finished, but well, this one was in reference to HPCraft Season 1, and this will be to HPCraft Season 2. In this map, I did 3 large towers, like this one, kind of like this one at least, but bigger, and I had 3 of them, so I didn't really want to build them because they are really big, and they take up really, really, well, big amount of space. Big amount of. Well, it takes large space. So I just decided to build the miniature version of it, and it is not really that well built. It needs stairs. It should have more. It should have more floors. Should be bigger, and should be 3 of them. So yeah, I did what I could, I guess. And I'll probably just keep building this way. I don't think I'll build every single one of them, because otherwise I'll have to build 30 different buildings, and some of them are pretty similar. So yeah, those ones I'm not going to do again. I am pretty sure in season 3 I did the same. I did the caravan again, the RV again. Actually, in season 2 I started with this again. I really liked this design. I don't know why. I really like this design. I remember that I had some chests in this wall, some IC2 machines in this. I don't really remember what I had in this side, but I know that I had a downstairs section, a cave section, and I had some miscellaneous machines here and some of the Mistcraft books to teleport. That was mainly it. But yeah, let's move on to the actual base where we will have actual machines. So yeah, as you guys can see, I've tried finishing off these sections. This has been for some time, I guess. I actually put the pillars in the walls. So yeah. Um, well, this part is I'm not sure for how long we'll have machines here. But sooner rather than later, we'll be moving some of this to our new base, which is not really new. It's more like an extension. Kind of an extension. And it ended up looking pretty similar to this. But yeah, as I said in the last video, I'm going to repeat myself a bit for now. Well, I think at least I talked about this in the last video. I'm not sure. But yeah, this area will be mainly for the crops, and it's pretty similar to the Tomcraft one, which I still need to finish as well. So yeah, our plan will be to have some farms around here, not just the peanut farm. but also some farms around here. I might end up moving the RV and also the tower to a better place, but right now I'm not sure about that. And the same on the other side. Again, this still needs to be finished. In this side, I'll have some more rooms, like I did in my other playthrough, where I had the buildings off under the ground. I really enjoyed that, so I'm going to do it here again. But I'll need to be careful because of the amount of machines needed and so on. So I'll need to prepare for that. And finally, on this side, well, this will be the main base. And notice that I'm using night vision here. It looks quite different without night vision. It's not ready yet. But yeah, basically on this side, like I've said in the last video as well, I mainly copied the design from the other base, the old one. I was starting to take too long with this, so I just decided to go faster, I guess. I really wanted to finish this up. So the main plan for this will have like a crystal here, which well, it will be just for decoration purposes. But if we wanted to add a lore to this, it would basically be all the power to our base, which in reality it won't. But if we want to add a little bit of lore, which I think it's nice every now and then, we could use that as an excuse, kind of. But yeah, the main purpose of this room will be basically mainly for that. We will have our applied energy 6 terminals around here, and also our controller. Probably this room will be mainly for that. But the issue here is that, well, we need more. We need more space for our stuff. So on these sides, we basically will have more rooms. This will be kind of similar to the ones we will have on this side. The main difference is that these ones here will stay underground and might go up, might go down. Still not sure about that. Didn't really want to do floors. I know that the last time I did floors, well, I didn't did floor. Did not. I can't English. I'm on my fucking god. The last time I did floors, I actually didn't do floors the last time, so I don't know what I am even saying. But yeah, all of these rooms will be underground, and on this side will actually be a little bit different. This side will mainly have an elevator, which will go to the surface. This is a little bit fucked up here because I was using the one of equal trade to actually exchange the blocks, and it actually started to change my staircase. So that wasn't cool. That's why it's not in the best state. But yeah, let me just show you guys. This is a little bit tricky because these boots of the traveler. The step assist doesn't work in all directions. As you guys can see, I'm moving backwards and it doesn't step assist. The other ones did. So yeah, we live here. And this was actually my initial plan, which you guys don't know, but the initial plan was not to have the base there and then underground. The main plan was to have many different buildings on that side, and also have some buildings up here in this valley, which actually looks pretty cool if you guys look at it. That's a spider. Didn't notice it was dark outside because I have no night vision, of course. But yeah, basically, we'll probably have some kind of buildings here, but that will have to wait. That will have to wait. But yeah, that's the main plan. for our base, and let's see if next week I actually have an update for you guys. Since basically the only thing I did between the last video and this one was building that that area, and very little of it because I'm not been playing that much. Base building for me it's really tiring. Don't really enjoy it, so I usually don't play as much as I do while I'm crafting stuff and doing stuff. I find building a bit boring, so yeah, I tend to play less. And also, since I still haven't figured out 100% of how I want the base to look and the rooms and so on, it's well, been procrastinating on that. Not really, not really fun for me. But we can deal with that. So yeah, I think that's it for this long ass video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and well, hope to see you guys next week for the next one with the base already moved and working, if possible. So yeah, bye guys. See you next week.